Alright. Alright. What's up, guys? Back with a new video. Gosh, I suck. I suck at making these new videos. I don't know. I can't really see the angle right now. So either it's a good angle or a bad angle. Either way, I think it'll be fine. Actually, real quick, I just gotta turn off my room light. I pay for the electricity anyway. Wait, let me check something. Yeah, I think it's fine. Yeah, I'm back with a new video, guys, and it's like about 2 in the morning. There's ants on my desk. So, I wanted to make a new video, and I think I just want to open up with you guys. Well, just open up, maybe share something with the world, and who knows, it might affect somebody. So recently, we just had the election. A lot of reactions on both sides. You know, I think I'm just gonna come out and say it. Yeah, I voted for Trump. I have my reasons, and even though yes, I am Christian, I just really think when it came down to it, he was the better option out of both of them. So yeah, but it's not like I have a MAGA flag or something. You know, I celebrate privately in my home. You know, but besides from that, it's a one and done. And I guess I did sleep a little. I guess I did sleep a little easy, because the night November 5th when it was going down, I had a YouTuber. He was giving like live commentary on the whole thing, and so I just decided keep it on in the background. I was like half asleep. Woke up at 1 in the morning, checked it. He was ahead, but I was like, I'm not gonna call it until later. 3 in the morning. I was like, yep, for sure. And then went right back to sleep, woke up, went to work. Normal day. And then, so recently I came upon a new revelation, and it goes with my inclination towards women. Let me take a swig of water. So, I like women. I like all sorts of women. Even my ex-girlfriend, she was French, North African. I forgot what part of North African her family lineage was from. My first girlfriend was a Latina, obviously, and I've had crushes on girls of all different races, Asians, a couple black girls, Latinas, white girls. I think I said white girls. But the whole point is, I love women. Me personally, I'm not really the two girlfriend or sleep around with a bunch of girls type guy. That was, I guess that was never my thing, but I could always admire beauty, put it like that. I always admired the beauty of women of multiple ethnicities, and I want to give a quick credit to the late Patrice O'Neill. He had a video, like his philosophy about women and female nature and stuff. It's hilarious and it's quite profound, you know. But when I was younger, and even a little bit up to today, I would base part of my self-worth and my happiness on women. You know, if I got a good reaction with them, or if in my head does this girl think I'm cute or something like that. And you know, small part of me, but I would say it's like, you can't measure it, but still it's a small part. I didn't say a tiny part. And sometimes I can let that voice speak a little too much, and I put myself down. And over time, as I've walked in my faith, I've just come to realize, girls aren't everything, and he is everything. And the one thing is, I'm gonna come out and say it. Sex is a good thing. God made marriage, and He made marriage to be done within a certain context. Marriage. And clearly, in today's society, nobody really follows that. And the ones that do, it's very rare, and it's not looked favorably upon. But people, I guess, in some way regard it as the high road. Me, I personally do it. I like to think I have an addictive personality. So if there's something I like, I really get into it. And I think if I was into sex, or in a chicken dance for some people, for my some audience, but I would probably be chasing that. I could see myself doing it, and I think I'd really run myself into the ground just chasing that. Sorry if my voice sounds weird. Had a sore throat for the past few days and got a lot of phlegm. Man, that sucks. So I'm going to try just speaking a little slower. With me personally, I'm not a complete virgin. I've done stuff. I haven't went all the way. I haven't slid to home base, and I don't plan to. I have enough conviction to not do that. And some people can look at that as like, oh, it's religious or whatever. Yeah. And also, it's just more I think it's a practical way to condition your mind to not look at people in a sexual manner. And don't get me wrong, the wife I am going to marry, I need to find her attractive somehow. Otherwise, you're not going to chicken dance with someone you're not attracted to. Everybody understands it, whether you want to accept it or not. But of course, I'm not going to hold her to like a super high standard. My standards for what I think is cute, it's not really that high. I've met cute girls that are round. Met pretty girls that are skinny. They lack the other features, but they're pretty. Or you got the cute girls, but they're roundish. I'm sorry if that sounded mean, but I don't intend it to be that way. That's just me describing it. And if it don't apply, let it fly. But the whole point of me discussing this is I find myself still wanting to seek female attention, and it can mess with my head. Me generally, physically, I think I'm a 5. I think I'm average. Average isn't bad. I think my body looks great. Looks good. It looks good. Not great, like like Instagram guys, but I think I look good. My face, I think I'm a 5. Um, but personality wise, that's where I really get all the points. And when I look at myself as like the package deal, I think I'm a good package overall. Nobody's perfect, but I'm getting better, hopefully. And so recently at the gym, um, there was a girl at the gym that I tried talking to. Right now, I'm not looking to get into a relationship, but I am just open to meeting new people. That's where I'm at. Because I don't want to waste nobody's time, and I don't think I'm at a healthy point, especially a healthy point financially, where I could support a relationship and support myself, That's just me being humble, me being honest. And with this girl at the gym, I approached her just being myself. I didn't pull any punches. I didn't go crazy. You gotta have some wisdom with it. And I decided to just be myself and approach her is because I think even a lot of guys that give you advice, for one thing, if she rejects you up front, you at least save yourself so much time. But then, just don't get stuck on trying to win her back. And I don't believe in like sending in the representative. Like, I don't want to send in the best parts of myself or sanitize myself for a person that's probably not worth it. And then especially if you get rejected, I have found myself to be a little bit heated, a little bit heated, and I can get resentful. So that's why with this girl, I just simply just talk to her like a person, and I did try getting her Instagram, but she said she got out of a relationship and she's not looking to get into anything. And then that's when I chimed in and I said, hey, look, I'm the same way, like I'm open to meeting new people. I'm not looking to get anything serious. And that's when I tried asking for Instagram, and I didn't ask for her number because I just felt like that would have been Oh, Jacob, I had my Monopoly money in my pocket the whole time. I gotta take that back to my dog Mike's house. And in my head I was like, I can wait. I can give her some more time to get to know me. And she goes in the gym Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm not gonna exactly just I'm not gonna go to the gym just to see her. When I was younger, I probably would have done that, but I don't know. I usually go every 2 days, and I went yesterday. And with what I noticed, me being 24, is my mindset on my life has changed. Because 24 is a more serious number than 23, and then you go down the line. Because when you're 18, you're legally an adult, but mentally, and especially in your mentally with your worldview, you're still a naive kid. You can know a lot, but you don't know much. Now that I'm 24, I feel like I'm wiser and more confident in myself, and I find myself not needing women's attention so much like I used to when I was younger. And I think a lot of guys can relate to that. I would feel really good about myself if I got female attention. And for anybody watching, for some guys it might be hard to say that and accept it. But trust me, as you get older, dude, it's gonna get easier. And then what I would say in the meantime, what I'm gonna do is I should put my creative, mental, physical, spiritual facilities towards doing things. Like recently, I just for fun, I want to write a movie script, and for me personally, I'm gonna open up with you guys. Me personally, I like stories, and I like well-written stories. And I want to say one of my favorite stories is, man, it's hard to think of it off the top of my head. Favorite stories. I'll tell you what. Ed, Ed and Eddie. It's a cartoon from Cartoon Network when I was a kid. I was watching it today when I was at Sam's Club. I was eating a pizza and I was just cracking up because for those 11-minute episodes, I just simply escape reality and I just get sucked into that world. And my eyes are just glued to the screen and I have to just keep up with all the changing movements. They're doing this, they're doing that, and then this happens, and then that happens. And then I just love the characters, and I love the silly story that show can portray to me, And whenever I watch a movie, if even if it's not the genres that I always watch, if I watch a solid movie, I like it. And my favorite genre is horror movies, but I honestly don't know how I would write a Christian horror movie. Because here's another thing I want to point out, side tangent. So my creative writing right here, side tangent. In a lot of horror movies, let's say they survive the encounter, you don't see that any of them turning to religion or getting spiritual. They just go back to their normal lives and somehow are somewhat healed from what happened in the movie. Doesn't make sense. Especially if you encounter a demon, you're just going to go back to regular life. You can't. Like, how do you explain what you just went through, It's crazy. Not saying they got to be Christians, but they just go back to living in a normal world. Doesn't make sense. Back to what I was saying. So now, I want to pour my time and attention towards things that are going to build me up and refine my body and character. So I have a few upcoming appointments for my tooth, and it's going to cost me. And I'm terrible at managing my money. Not super terrible, but I'm bad. And so now that I have to anticipate these upcoming expenses for my health, I am forced to manage my money better. So today I went to Sam's Club and I bought basically what I needed to make myself breakfast in the morning. And yeah. And as a 24-year-old, that felt good. That felt good to do adult stuff, and especially when I went to go vote. Some of you may not agree with who I voted for, but it felt good to actually participate in the big picture stuff alongside my fellow citizens of the United States, And yeah, and as I'm getting older, I do feel like an existential shift in my soul as well, because soon I might run into a partner that I would want to marry one day, and I'll be a husband. I wonder what he will look like. And then I'll be a father. I wonder what he's going to look like. You know? And for these upcoming expenses with my dental health, I'm scared of how it's going to affect me financially, and so I turned to God and I asked him, and I prayed that I be in his provision. Because even though I am older, a little wiser, in his eyes I'm still a child. Even if I'm 60, I'm still a child. Like my knowledge and wisdom falls short. And I think as I'm getting older too, and becoming more independent in this life, hopefully as my independence grows, my dependence on him grows as well, hand in hand. You know? And that could be humbling. You know? Even if I look at my older brothers and sisters in Christ, they didn't get to where they were out of nowhere. They slowly became that. And I don't know what ready looks like, but whatever his plan is, I'm all for it. But for now, I just need to work on my walk with him and refining the talents that he gave me. And these YouTube videos, I know it's probably boring what I'm saying, but maybe next time I'll just have like a little outline of what I want to talk about. But this is my way of reaching out to people, strangers that I'll never meet. And I just want to tell you, this video popped in your feed. First off, thanks for watching. Stick around if you want. But thanks for watching. Thank you for giving your time to hear a boring guy like me ramble about nothing. And I just want you to know, I'm an average Mexican American guy. You can hear my voice. I'm whitewashed, whatever. But besides all that, if I didn't choose to trust in God, I have no idea where I'd be. I wouldn't be the man that you're seeing right now. I'd probably be a loser. I'd probably be still a stoner by now. But as I conclude this video, I want to share a message with you. It's called the gospel, aka good news. You see, this is. I just need you to close your eyes and just follow what I'm saying. We live in a world that is slowly passing away, and it's filled with imperfect people. Nobody's perfect. That statement can both be humbling and it should be scary. Except one. But I'll get to him in a bit. But nobody's perfect, and everybody's selfish to some degree, whether that be a little bit, and it can grow to be a lot. And humanity has just committed so many different things, so many bad things, so many good things, and everybody is striving to find the purpose in life and stick to it. And everybody's lives can look different. For some of you, for some of you watching, maybe you have dealt with pain, serious pain, betrayal, deceit, and all sorts of things. There's a lot of evil that happens under the sun. There's a God that sees it, and there's a God that sees you. He knows you're hurt. He knows where you're at. He knows what's happened to you. And so, let me tell you what he wants to say to you. He loves you. He knows you. And he wants you to know him. He wants to help you break away from the chains that are holding you to this world. Because this life is all we know. And what we see around us is all we also know. And a lot of us one day are going to face that question of what happens after death. I'll tell you what happens. The God that wants to reach you, and the God that I serve, granted I don't serve him perfectly, but the God I serve, we will both meet him face to face one day. And for those who do not trust in Jesus, his son, I'll tell you what's going to happen. We will face holy and just judgment, because that is in his character. Our deeds will be judged according to the standard that he set. And since God is perfect, he should be the one to do it. And you shouldn't worry about, oh, but this person did this to me, or because I was in this situation that happened, or, that's just how it felt in the moment. He doesn't care. He's going to ask, did you follow the law that I set? Did you trust in my son? Well, a lot of people are going to say no. But if this video has reached you, hold on to me. Because I know it sounds like religious jargon, but listen. As just and righteous as God is, he is also merciful. That's why he sent his son, Jesus, to come to the earth and to dwell among us, to live the life that we couldn't live, and to die in place of us. His blood was shed on the cross, and he gave up his spirit unto the Lord, finishing his will. And it is through Jesus only that we go to heaven, and that we are saved from God's wrath. And I know that just sounds like religious jargon, but just let it sit. Maybe if you learn more about why Jesus had to come, you'll come to understand the weight of his death. And you'll come to understand the true significance of his resurrection. Because Jesus' story doesn't stop when he died. He died for 3 days, but he rose again on the 3rd day. Because the same power that brought Jesus up from the dead was working through him as he was ministering to people in his ministry. And he was taken up to heaven. As he came, he's going to come back. And as merciful as Jesus was, as merciful and gentle as Jesus was when he was among us, he's going to come back equally as wrathful, equally as merciless against the devil and against all the wicked. And so I don't mean to say hey, God's wrath is going to beat you over the head. I'm saying that's what's going to happen But God loves you so much that he sent his perfect son to die in place of you. And that it is through just trusting Jesus as your personal Savior. That is how you are saved. That's how you're saved from spiritual death, and you're saved from going to hell. And like I said, if you don't feel the weight of this message, maybe I'm not saying it the best way, but there's many resources out there to help you understand. But to sum up everything I said in this video, everybody wants love, you know? I want love. You want love. And perfect love can only come from him. And you know, he demonstrated that perfect love by giving up his son for us. An innocent person paying your debt. It's a humbling thing. Naturally, you want to be like, well, what could I do to repay you? Jesus says, pick up your cross and follow me. Deny yourself and follow me. And, you know, I'm just a guy that's happens to be a follower of Jesus, and hopefully my ideas and me opening up hopefully reaches somebody, and hopefully you get to see another side of Christianity that you probably don't get to see. You know, I'm just an average guy whose ideas are influenced by the Bible and by the Holy Spirit. Like I said, this is not my most entertaining video, but it's just me opening up. It's just me being myself. And if you want to stick around, you know, you can hope it can get better. Sorry. I don't know. I hope my videos can get better. But in the format that I have it right now, this is the best I can do. I only have my phone really to process and upload this whole thing. And so yeah. Thank you for watching, and yeah, if you want to, you know what to do with the YouTube stuff, and it'd be cool if you could stick around. And see you guys in the next one.